members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. How's everybody doing this morning or late night live here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters? How's everybody doing early this morning? Just trying to see which late night hours are awake around this time frame and who's early morning roosters. They're going to be up with a cup of coffee this morning. I'm going to share this live feed to the groups that I shared to. Sharing this live out real quick. Bear with me. How you doing, brother Joel Burgess? How you doing, bro? I hope you're doing great. Yeah. Sorry I didn't go live earlier, brothers and sisters. I was out and about all day and, you know, went shopping and stuff, getting ready for this road trip that me and my lovely wife are going to take. So we're gathering stuff that so we can go on this road trip. Hope everybody's doing good early this morning. Here we go. So how you doing, brother Joel Burgess? Hope you're doing good. It was hot as hell in Texas today. That's good, brother, man. That son kicked my arse yesterday, man. I don't know something. I went shopping and it was hot as hell here in Texas, and I was at J.C. Penney, and I guess the AC units wasn't working there, and man, it was so hot in there that I got dizzy. So I had to sit down, and I had to go into the mall and buy me some water to drink. Started feeling real nauseated and dizzy. I think that's like symptoms of dehydration, but I know I have been drinking plenty of water. It's kind of like my blood pressure went high or something. I don't know, but I drank me some water and it went away. It just felt weird. And at the same time, I really haven't been sleeping well. But when I came back from there, I slept all afternoon. It was like around 5:30. Didn't wake up till almost midnight. So I was out cold. I'm thinking it was a mixture of both. How you doing, beyond the box? Hope you're doing great. I just decided to do an early morning live and just to see who's up late at night with me. Uh, I'm really thinking about trying to fix my hours to try to do more early lives than staying up late. But this I've been doing being up late at night most of my life. That's when I will be up. You gotta remember, when I was a kid, these brujas will come. Every like on the weekends at nighttime, they will show up. They'll show up at nighttime, and I'll be fighting spiritually at night. Right? Kind of remind me of those individuals that keep on targeting spiritual encrypted encounters and other friends of mine. They got nothing else better to do. I remember when there was trying to be stolen valor, trying to say that I didn't serve the United States Army, that I was in a tanker when I have pictures on the tank and I'm on the tank. I have my DD-214 that says I was a tanker, which they don't know nothing about that. It was there's this people, man, they're ridiculous, especially Stephen Michael McGee. Excuse my French, here, ladies, but he's a big pussy, a big giant nasty pussy. That's what he is, because he's been messing with me for about 5 years, and I told him I'm the old-fashioned kind of way guy. It's okay. I know who you are. Apparently, you got beef with me. You got a problem. Let's handle it. But he's not. He's not man enough to handle it like a person, right? So he starts getting all this female involved, and uh, I guess he's a thinks he's a mastermind, but he's not. Gets all these females to back him up because he's a puss. He's a puss in butts. That's why it needs to change the thing to puss in boots. That's what he is. I mean, this guy's never served the United States Army, nor the reserves or any kind of branch, and he wants to talk smack when he's uh, fat, overweight. He wants to talk like he's relevant, like he's been out there when he's never been in combat or been served the United States Army, any branch of service. He's a piece of shit, and I'm saying it here right now because it's after hours, so all goes in after hours. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm calling you a piece of shit. Record that and put it and say, Brother Abe CS called me a piece of shit because I'm speaking in truth. You are a piece of shit. Uh, you've been trolling me for 5 freaking years. Yeah, he's a puss in boots. A pussy in boots. Talking about boots on the ground, about belly on the ground, because you got a big ass belly. How about belly on the ground? That suits you better. Belly on the ground. I believe that. I believe belly in the ground better than boots on the ground because I am boots on the ground because I was in the military and served in the front lines. So I'm truly the real what it means to say boots on the ground. I've been there. I was boots on the ground when I was served the United States Army. You've never done that, so I suggest you change the name to belly on the ground because that's what you are. A wannabe. That's what you are. A wannabe of everything. You want to be a wannabe soldier, a stolen valor, right? A wannabe cop, which you never was a cop. Uh, Definitely a wannabe father because You don't know what that means as a wannabe father. You don't know what a father means because I mean, shit. Look at you, deadbeat dad, can't even provide for your son, right? So you want to target all these people, trying to look at the people's backgrounds when you got crazy whore Ortega, old senile old ass lady, pretending to be my friend. I was on to you since day one, Dana, when you were pretending to be a Christian lady, and you was contacting me in the middle of the night, almost every night, sending big scripture, copy and paste. I was on to you all along. And what was weird about you and Larry is you target people around the witching hour. Yeah, that's when you send all this message around the witching hour because you're doing wicked things, right? Wicked people do wicked things and wicked times of the night. Well, here I am doing this live in your time frame, talking smack because I can't talk smack about y'all. So you want to target people, at least people that you're targeting, like Brother Josh Turner. At least they work. At least they work. They're doing something for a living. They're doing something for themselves. So what y'all trying to do is, when I talk about the DD and mimic, uh, you try to mimic everything that they do, but you can't, right? You know why you can't? Because you're not the real deal. You're not the real deal. You're just pretending to be somebody in which you're not. We're the real deal. When I do the spiritual works that I do, I've been fighting spiritually all my life. I can take you to locations that your belly and boots will haul ass because they're that hot in activity. We're the real deal. You're just a copycat that really doesn't want to put in no work because you're lazy. Uh, and lazy, you don't want to work. That's why your son is not with you for about 3 years now, going for 3 years in October. You remember when I told you, hey, leave me alone because certain things can happen when people come up against me in a negative way. 3 years, buddy. And I'm happy for Sister Melissa and her husband. I'm happy that she has the opportunity to raise her son, their son, as their own for 3 years. I'm so happy for them. Yeah, they're pieces of crap. These people, man, they got nothing else better to do. So right now, I'm just doing an early morning live and just sounding off. Honestly, yes, it's sounding off early in this morning. Yes, they're pieces of crap. Uh, they just don't know who to try to mess with. Try to mess with any group that is putting in the work. Right? They try to mess with just about everybody, but they're nobodies. That's the thing. Uh, they're nobodies in my book. Like I said, Dana, Dana. I'm going to say the names that were infiltrated at nighttime, and they were infiltrating all along, trying to cause division. That was trying to get me and Brother Josh Turner to fight. You know, I'm going to say some of the names because they were infiltrating, but there were some other names that nobody knows about. David from Texas was one of them. You get Fat Chris Compton with a Titan account. He's one of them that was instigating for me and Brother Josh Turner to fight back in the day. Uh, Dave from Texas was trying to do the inside job The one that was trying to help him was Crazy Dana Ortega. That was trying to help him because she was affiliated with him, and that's when Dirty Larry come in the picture, and he was trying to assist Dana Ortega because they wanted me and brother Josh Turner to fight, right? So I felt there's something wrong. I think there was other things that were happening also, where other people that were uh, affiliated with brother Josh were getting him to wanting to fight some other people. One of the people's that they wanted him to fight was Marvin Allen. Marvin Allen, right? Sister Bettina intervened in that, and they called it a truth. Me and him spoke, and we call it a truth, right? So they were pissed off. So when I went to the conference, that's when they surfaced up. I could see the molds or the people there was in cahoots because they knew who I was. Yeah, so that's Abe. What they were expecting most likely was uh Sergeant CS and brother Josh Turner to get in a fight at the conference, right? That's what they were expecting. Uh, but they left disappointed. I seen they were from Texas when he stood right in front of me. I had told him that I wasn't going to be his friend, and I walked right around him. So I know he was there to cause problems, just like other people at the conference were there to cause problems and infiltrate. The Hungry Hippo, Jessica, you was infiltrating. The people that supposedly was groping other people at the after party. Those people were there affiliated, and other people that are affiliated with Corn on the Cob. They're affiliated with Barden because Barden was one of them. They were all in cahoots. Uh, the Boltonator was another one, and several other people that were at the conference were there infiltrating. I'm glad I did not go to no after party. Luckily, everything happens for a reason. You know, I had injured my leg. Nobody knew I had an injured leg when I went to the conference. I was on some painkillers, and I was hurting real bad, but I still went because when I make a promise, I keep my promise. That's why I showed up. I stayed there till Sunday and left on Sunday. I didn't get to stay all evening because I had to leave because I was hurting really really bad. Uh, but yeah, I seen the infiltration, and why is this people come up against brother Josh Turner, sister Nelly Turner? Why were they so targeted on them? I'm thinking the problem that they have is that they wanted what they have or what paranormal roundtable is doing, right? They want to put a stop to them, eliminate them out of the equation, so like that they could try to be the group that, because to them it's about this, you know. If you look at the beginnings of abnormal investigations, you see that there's no content. If you go to the very beginning of the videos that he's ever made, go to the beginning, and you'll see that the only thing he created that for was to beg for money, because he's always begging people for money, and that's what that was about. He wasn't placing no content or nothing. He was just begging for money, right? So what really pissed him off after they had already been messing with me for a while, for about said 3 years at the time. I was around 3 years that had been messing with me. Dirty Ike. What pissed them off, what really pissed them off, I'm gonna tell you what it was. It was a day that I told him. I said, Mike, or I call him Corner. I think Corner the Cob or Damien Peterson. I can't remember. He got so many aliases. I told him, I'm gonna tell you right now, so we can call it a truth. Leave me alone. Let me do my works that I do for my group, and we'll be all good. You know, he didn't comply to that. He kept on messing with me. And then I told him again, I said, look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Normally, when people come up against me in a negative way, bad things happen to them because if they're doing bad towards me, bad things happen. He continued to mess with me, even harder. Then boom, his son got taken away from him. 3 years, Mike. If you would have listened, if you would have listened to me when I told you, leave me alone, let me do my thing, you might have your son. But I prayed that day when you were messing with me. I prayed that day because I felt spiritually that I had to pray for your son. I prayed for your son for the Heavenly Father to place him in the right place where he's supposed to be, to get him out of the danger he was in. So, what I'm saying to you, Dirty Ike, you can thank me because your son is at a better place than the conditions he was living in. So, you should look at that, and you should also thank God for placing him in a safe haven at the place that he's at, and do your part. If you really want to be a father, do your part and pay that child support like you're supposed to be doing. How's everybody? I'm just speaking right now, brothers sisters, because I'm getting those things off my chest. Because I could see where they take a screenshot of I believe when we made the live and they try to say we're lying and all this. I'm not lying about what I'm saying because I can go to the videos where I said this to them, telling them to leave me alone and all this stuff. I can backtrack to my videos and make a short reel of when I said this to him. I would just have to uh, track it down, right? But what really even pisses him off is that his wife or his ex that was a victim of him keeping his son, the son, away from her, right? It the things that he was doing, what pissed him off is that she has custody right now. Little Hunter is safe with her, and trust me when I say this, that he's going to continue to be with her because he's been with her 3 years now, and sooner or later they're going to come asking for that child support. Dirty Ike, they're going to ask for the child support. Y'all might think, well, why would Brother Abe see us care about Mike's son, Sister Melissa's son? The reason I care is because I was a single parent. I raised my son. So I know how she feels, right? I know how she feels as a parent, when your son is not with you or they're not with you for you to support them or raise them or guide them. That's not a good feeling, right? So there's a difference between how Sister Melissa feels compared to how he feels. It's different because Dirty Mike, Dirty Ike don't give a damn about nobody. As y'all see, he hasn't given a single penny to child support. The only thing he's doing is postponing and postponing CPS, Child Protective Service, or should I say the child support. Doesn't care about that. The only thing they care about is their money coming to raising the child. Is he getting some kind of income from the person that's responsible to raising them? So sooner or later they're going to hit you up, and when they hit you up, you're going to go back, and you're going to have to pay a back pay. If you can't pay, well, guess what? You'll be going to jail, buddy, because that's what they do to people, to deadbeat dads that are irresponsible and don't pay that child support. That's what's going to happen to you. So all this time that you've been wasting, because you could have been doing something for the past 3 years. If you really wanted your son, you could have done something about it by now. You could have got you 2 or 3 jobs. If you really cared and loved your son, you could have gotten 2 or 3 jobs, made the effort to pay the child support, so you don't have to worry about any back pay. You should have been doing something by now, and you haven't. It's because you really don't care and you don't give a damn. But sooner or later, all that's going to fall on you. And yes, and me and his son's mother are friends on Facebook. We have something in common. What we have in common is she's a single parent, and I used to be a single parent, and I understand what she's going through. And I understand that, because the dirty Ike don't care about his son, because if he did, he would have been working 3 years ago. He would have been paying child support. He would have made the effort to make things a peaceful way, right? But no, that's not what he's about. He wants to blame the whole world for his failures, right? He's a deadbeat. Come on. I mean, I was begging for money. Yeah, I raised my son since he was like 2 years old. I mean, he's been with me all my life. My son is 23 years old now. I'm a proud father, raising him, being there for him. See, I was there for everything, Any appointment he had, I was there. I seen him compete while he was in high school, whether it was soccer, um, cross country, anything he wanted to do, I would support him, my son, you know. And I can honestly say I'm a proud father raising my son. So I'm not messing with you, Mike, uh, because I'm messing with you. I'm not messing with you in that way. I'm just saying what it is, that I know what it is about you. You just don't give a damn. I think I got a when you sent me a message one day. I think I took a screenshot of that when you use the outdoors adventures or whatever, your son's profile from YouTube. You sent me a message that day. I need to look for the message, and on that message, because you said it was you, then later on you say something else where you said you don't give a f about your son. That's what you said. You didn't give a damn about him. But then you pretend to all this, your little, I'm not going to say posse, your little douchebags that hang around with you, the crazy old ladies, that they're as crazy as you. And you got some kind of, I know you got some kind of control on them. I don't know what you're offering to them or whatever, but there's something there that's not right, you know. No, I always thought that maybe they're part of your witch's coven, or what is it called, the cult. That since your mother, girlfriend, or affiliated because that's her homegirls or friends that you're not a warlock, but you're a witch. In which I don't know how that's possible, but I guess you must have been mommy's boy, and that's the connection you have with all this female that are hanging with you and backing you up. Is that somewhere you're not Mikey or you're not Mike. Somewhere along the lines, something happened to you that you're part of the Witchens little group, which you might be a Michelle, because I know you're not a man, right? You're not an hombre. A real hombre will take care of his responsibilities. You're not a real hombre, a real man, because you don't take care of your responsibilities. Let me see what Sister Rain says here. He came in here trolling with that wide open account, and someone called him out last year. Yeah, exactly. And you, you got to think about it as that account is actually his son's account, right? His son's account that he supposedly likes to use, or when he was with him, he would like to use. But no, he was using. But at that time frame, his son was already with Sister Melissa, so he was using that account to troll people. I'm more sure his son has kids around his age that are his friends that follow him on that channel and stuff, and he's pretending to be his son. How sick is that? Using his son account, pretending to be his son. Only God knows how many underage children he talked to with the son's account, pretending to be his son. Only God knows. But we know that that guy has some serious issues, and like right now, I'm just chit chatting with y'all, brothers and sisters. But y'all know what he does. I mean, we how many times have we've caught him red-handed, right? Using this fake profiles. He, I think I have a thing where he's speaking to himself because when he's before he starts a live, if you pay attention to the pattern, he'll say certain things of the show, but if you look at what he's saying, it's him with each fake account saying something to himself. You know, I think I took a screenshot of that where he's talking to himself and his fake profiles to make it seem that the people are ready to see his live, that they're excited, but it's really him talking to himself, you know, hyping himself up with his own other fake accounts. Like he's got several personalities, in which that's an issue. If there's anybody that's working for the government, uh, check that out. Track down those fake accounts, and you'll see that it's himself talking to himself. In which that right there should raise questioning whether he's even responsible enough to have uh, any kind of visitation rights towards his son, because I feel that he's an endangerment to his son, right? If there is some kind of visitation rights, that should be exactly that, supervised visitation rights, if they even give him that. But honestly, I think that he should have no rights, because as messed up as this guy is, he might try to corrupt his own son, right? And I know that the government is out to look for the children. That's what they do. What's in the for their safety, but I believe is an endangerment to his own son. I'm just being honest with y'all. I think I have the. Let me put it up. I'll put it up right now so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Yes, check it out. I'll show you. I think I have a. I took a screenshot. I think this is from earlier this week before he was going to do a live. I'm going to show you this, brothers and sisters. Uh, so you can see what I'm talking about. This guy really has some serious issues. Yeah, I've been on to him all along, brothers and sisters. I said, so long I don't try to pay to all the stuff that he's doing. I'm just going to continue to do my show. That's been my main focus is doing my show. But as y'all seen, they keep on coming and interrupting my show every time I do a show. Sometimes they'll make screenshots of me and try to make fun of me, right? So what am I supposed to do as a person, right? I have to say something about it or address it at least, because those kind of people they like to paint good people, paint them a certain way to look like bad people. That's what they do, right? But this is off his own group that I'm what I'm going to share with y'all, so you can see that what I got is this guy has multiple personalities, brothers and sisters. Exactly, because he is underage. So 3 years ago, I think I don't know how old his son is right now, but when that happened, I think the maybe the open wides account happened this past year. I'm not, but he's still underage. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, there you go. Here it is. He said he was gonna. This was the 27th, which was 2 days ago. This is one of the accounts that he likes using. Randy Petticourt. He used to be. He even changed the name because can't even spell right. And it says, "Will Mike survive another episode of Bait Night with Mike?" Capital letters. You will have to tune in to find out. There's somebody that's named Sharon Guy. Hello, Randy. I hope you and your family have been doing well. Good to have you back. We sure have been missed. Sharon Guy. That's already letting you know. That's if you really look into it, it's a picture of a female, but it says guy. That's telling you, he's telling you there that it's a guy. What he's telling you, it's him. That's how dumb he is. And then it says, "Hello, Mike. Jess, and everyone in chat. Remember, hit that like button. This is the show hasn't even started. It says live in 5 hours, and then he's saying waving to himself. Karen Palmer, here's another one. Palmer, get it? Karen, just Palmer. The Palmer means palm, in which he's. I'm telling you, this guy's sick. Right there, it should tell you everything. Palmer, the palm, the hand, right? And I'll leave it at that. Rosemary and her and her five sisters, a palm. That's him pretending to be a female. Looking forward to, hyping himself up for the show. Then he goes with Randy Petticourt again. We hope everyone enjoys the soy. And then he says, we hope Mike don't get ate. Because it's all these things here that are being said. It's him. It's him speaking to himself with fake profiles. And then right here, there's one, two, three people. And it only shows like if one person commented because he's only got one here. I'm telling you, this guy has some serious issues. He's unstable. He's mental. Uh, and he's got many fake profiles. I've seen somebody say the John Smith one. He's got the chicken cleghorn. I believe they had one where him and Dana Ortega. They said they had fun with the Damon Peterson account. That they should do it again. She was affiliated with him when she was texting me at nighttime, which I already knew that something wasn't right with her. So that's why I friended her. So let me take that off. Hello, brother. Hi, Melanese. Yeah. So when Dana Ortega, the Wicked Witch, I call her Pinche Bruja. The reason I call her Bruja because she was calling me at the witching hour, sending me text messages, scriptures, like trying to keep me confused. She was trying to cause confusion, even though she was the one instigating a lot of shit, right? That's what she was doing. She was instigating. She was one of the main instigators also between me and brother Josh. She was asking me questions and giving them messages. No difference than Larry. He was doing the same thing, but that's what an instigator does. They instigate shit. They ask you a question, you answer the question, and they go tell somebody about it. Especially, it has to do with somebody else. Sometimes you have to go with the flow of things to be able to see who's who. So once I found out who she was, I even warned brother Josh Turner, sister Nellie Turner, paranormal table, that seems like to me she wasn't trustworthy. I warned them about a lot of people. The reason I warned them about them is because those people were coming to me trying to ask me questions like they were trying to start something more than what it already was, right? So I let them know, hey, this person here, I don't think is trustworthy. Just like I told them about Voltonator, and it turned out to be the same way. And a lot of other people, they were getting pissed off because every move they were trying to make was not successful at all because I could see what was going on. Yeah, I have all the fake profiles here that I can show you of Dirty Ike. I will have to look for them. I've got over 300. Listen to me, over 300 fake accounts that are used. I got those. I got those account names of fake accounts. There was one that he had named Bend Over. Dirty Ike is a sick individual. You should see some of the sick names that he had for these fake accounts, but you could always pinpoint that it was him behind it. And I got a copy. Although I still got them. I'll take a screenshot so you can see all the fake accounts that he has. It really has some issues. Yeah, I have 300 blocked, 300 blocked accounts on YouTube, and that's not all the block accounts that were trolling me on Facebook when I was on Positive Spiritualist and Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Yeah, that guy got some serious issues. Multiple accounts will mean multiple personalities. 300, you know. Hey, Xavier, your mom wanted to be woken up. Xavier, okay, I'll be right back. Wait, one. Oops, almost ended the live feed. Here I am. I'm back, brother and sisters. Oh yeah, he's got so many fake accounts, brother and sisters. I can understand that, you know, you have one backup account, right? Just in case if something happens with your account, that you have a backup account to be able to get back in your group, like in Facebook. But this guy has shitload of accounts, and not just him, but the people that are affiliated with him have a shitload of fake accounts where the troll people mess with people because that's what they do. That's what they're about. Yeah. How do you feel, females or ladies? He's pretending to be females also. Imagine him pretending to be a female and flirting with Dirty Larry. Imagine that. Dirty Ike with pretending to be a female, messing with Dirty Larry, and Dirty Larry flirting back with him. Imagine that. How sick that is. Sick individuals, right? Yeah. I have all those fake accounts saved just in case some things go down. They can track those accounts to an IP address. They can track it down to them. I got all the fake accounts saved. Yeah. Sadly to say that they're all in cahoots. Uh, they try to use me to go up against Josh Turner. That didn't work. Uh, then they all started surfacing up. They couldn't stay in hiding no more because they were being revealed. You could tell when somebody's in cahoots with somebody. I remember when Barden went off on me because I unfriended Larry, and he said all kinds of things to me. You see, sometimes you have to put things in motion that way to see who surfaces up out of the woodwork, you know. And that's exactly what happened. He surfaced up. He showed me who he was. Then I knew that he was affiliated with all them people. And y'all seen what happened with that. Yeah, he's got a lot of fake accounts, brother and sisters. I even believe it. I extended two olive branches to him. One happened the first year, in which that's when he continued to mess with me, and the son got taken away from him. And then the other time frame was last year or this year. I extended another olive branch to him about peace, to call the truth and all this. He said, I will only, uh, if I call it peace, it's going to be only with you and only with you only, but not to none of your friends. So I didn't take that. I said, okay, well then I guess we're not going to be in truth because it was about bringing peace to the community. What I was trying to do, so people can to do their own thing, but that's not what they wanted or what he wanted. And he really is a nobody. He really is a nobody to be asking what he wants, what he don't want. Yeah, that's another one. Savannah, so many accounts that would come. He would come in here with his fake profiles. Shoot, maybe there might be some in here right now because that's what he does. You know, my suggestion to you, man, is if you really want to make a name for yourself in some kind of way or another, do the right thing for yourself first. Do the right thing for your son, and then you can focus on doing something for yourself. You know, that's one thing is when you tarnish your own reputation because you're known for a to being a liar, to being a person that's not trustworthy, then you done already hurt yourself, your own whatever little reputation you had, if you have any, you keep on hurting yourself daily, especially when you target me or target other people. That's not doing you good because it's just making you look like you're a person who likes to mess with people. So you're not going to get nothing out of that. Yes, Sister Bettina Moss is a good person. Does anybody want to jump on here with me? I'll drop a link if anybody wants to speak about this. Because I know y'all been watching this, so I'm drop a link. See who wants to talk about this. I know what's going on here. got something that popped up here on the side. Okay, there we go. I'm dropping the link. See if he wants to join on the chat. Grab your cup of coffee for the early birds. Yeah, I've seen Sister Bettina Moss. She's having a good time being away from all the drama and the cryptid paranormal community. She's enjoying herself. You know, don't have to worry about people targeting her, disrespecting her, being racist towards her. She's doing her own thing. Living life. Doing her own thing. How you doing, brother Andres? I'm doing something real quick over here, brothers and sisters. I ain't forgot about y'all. I'm trying to get this little jackpot here, where it's like a minor. Yeah, it's every day they always say something about something, trying to bring me into the picture of things. Got nothing else better to do. Let me show a video real quick. Just real quick, temporarily. Well, I'll do this here. Let me see. I think I'll share one. I'm gonna share a couple of old videos here that okay. Let me see if I can share a couple. There's one right there that I'll leave it on there for right now. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm back, brothers and sisters. I was just doing this quick live because I see the same old thing, the same pattern over and over. I got all these individuals blocked. Actually, they're all blocked, but then I see them pop up on the PRT News channel where they're saying all these things about me. They're not on my friends list. I got them blocked on Facebook, but they have so many fake profiles that they still come in and do the things that they do. Yeah, this week I might do a couple of lives, but then I'm gonna rest up a couple of days for the road trip that I'm gonna take to go visit my. I'm gonna go to a wedding, uh, so that's where I'm gonna go attend, and I'll be flying and come back. I'll be gone for about 3 days during the week, and come back probably on a Saturday or Sunday. Saturday, I'm thinking is when we're coming back. I don't use a missile. I was just doing this quick live feed just to say good morning, to see who was up, and just talking what I had to talk, you know, letting it out. I'm thinking I might go get me some rest now again. Uh, yeah, I joined a lot of groups that people invite me to the groups on Facebook and then on YouTube. But I just didn't know that when abnormal investigations, that when they invited me to the group, that they were going to target me. Which said that's exactly what he did. He's like, in this group, you can't put the same picture with different filters. Uh, you have to circle what's in the picture. So you have to circle it with a red circle. That's what he said, a red circle, so we can see what's in the picture. Blah blah blah. In which his group is not even that big, uh, not that many members. Then I start doing that, and he starts making fun of me with all his fake profiles. Then with his fake account of Damon Peterson, he calls me the Red Circle King Cius, making fun of me when he's the one that told me to put red circles because he can't see spiritually. He can't see what's in the picture. You notice about the only things that they can do to make it seem like there's something there is, for example, throw rocks out of his pocket, make his sister or somebody put on a mask to pretend it's something. Uh, he's poking people in the back to make them think there's a ghost. But yeah, he's the one that told me, and then no, I found out it was him, Damon Peterson account, because he messed up. When somebody has a another account, if they forget to log on for the original account, then their original account is going to pop on when they leave the fake account, especially if they're left to log on. And that's what happened. He logged off, and as I was talking, it automatically appeared still on Facebook, but with his normal account, Stephen Michael. And that's when I figured out that he was the same person that was messing with me with the Damien Peterson account. Yeah, you got caught red-handed. There was one time where they were making a video, and he's standing out there in front of the headlights. His sister is sitting in the truck recording, and she said, "I think I see a booger," and you could see something moving like on the street, and then it goes up, like going up a tree, and she said, "I think it's going up a tree." So I go look at the footage, right, and it was a roach that was crawling on the windshield and went up the windshield. It was a roach inside the vehicle. Imagine that. How dirty do you have to be? Do you even have roaches inside your vehicle? Now that's crazy. If you look at that footage, you can see I did a close up on the thing on the ground. There was no inhumanoid. There was no booger, no Bigfoot. That was a freaking roach on their windshield. You could see the little legs and everything. Crazy, right? How dirty you have to be that your truck or your vehicle has roaches in it? No, that's nasty. Well, I don't know. Uh, yeah, I have the show reel. I have I seen it. That's before he's already messing with me, right? And I was like, That's not no booger. That's not no Bigfoot. That's a roach, a cockroach, cucaracho. That's what we call it in Spanish. A cucaracho on the windshield. Yeah, that was crazy. So then it's when I started suspecting that his channel was all bullshit, especially when he's just begging for money. He wants people to donate money, donate money, donate money, donate money. Thank you for the contribution. Thank you for the contribution. Then that if you see how many times in his when they first started creating the channel, he spent more time asking people for money than placing any kind of content. So now it's like okay, he's getting a little bit smarter. Let me play some content and still ask for money. Maybe that'll work, right? But everybody he done messed up. If you look at his original content, you can see where the bullshit started. How you doing, brother Dick Richards? Yeah, no, it's sad that he's that dirty and he's got even roaches in his truck. That's crazy. I mean, when you see something like that, you just laugh about it. When I started seeing I think I seen one or two shows, and I'm like, what in the hee haw kind of show was this? Because I remember hee haw. Hee haw was funny, right? They'd do some funny skits on the hee haw, but this guy was like more of a, I don't know. It's like it wasn't even skits. It was just plain stupid, like retardation, kind of stupid. I remember people used to say, "Watch out with Stephen Michael. He's a dangerous person. Watch out for him. He, he's this way. He's that way, man. He ain't nobody. He got no dangerous bone in his body. Oh, let's rephrase that. He doesn't have a working bone in his body because he don't like to work. Selling says the MFer is allergic to cleaning. When he passes away, they would just burn the trailer to ashes because it's a biohazard. Damn. Oh, he doesn't have to worry about pallbearers. Um, the roaches are be his pallbearers. There's so many roaches living there that they'll carry the. Well, I don't even know if he's going to be able to afford a coffin. I like a Sailor Nemesis idea better. See, when I was in the military, I had friends from all over the United States. I have friends that were from really from the country, from the hills, man. I'm from North Carolina, South Carolina. I'm talking about real hillbillies, and they will say they're hillbillies. They had a certain accent. They like going fishing, hunting, and they was always trying to invite me to go to their hometown. One of my friends went, and he's half Hispanic and half black. He said he went he wanted to go to his home to his town in North Carolina, and as he's walking on sidewalk, uh, you could hear people say, "Kill the coon, kill the coon," and he's looking around to see, I guess, a coon, raccoon, but they're looking at him and they're saying, kill the coon," and my friend, his name was Franklin. He was like, "Oh, don't worry about them. They're just messing with you." It's like, yeah, right. And he was always trying to get me to go with him. I was like, hell no, I ain't going to your neck of the woods. I'll go over there. They're gonna say, let's go hunting, and I'm gonna be the person they're hunting. Hell no. Nice. Yeah, having a weapon is a big responsibility, y'all. Big responsibility. Yeah. This is like in 2000 and uh I mean in 1992, 93 when that happened. You're like, I want you to come. He said, I want you to come visit me, visit my next of kin. He's like, hell no. Nah. You want to try to do something to me over there? Let me see what else I can find here for y'all. Let me place another picture, another short reel, real quick. There you go.
physically active. You don't have to lift a lot of weights. You don't have to go for long runs. So long you're doing something. Oh, y'all seen that, brothers and sisters? Something is pissed off. Was they like? I know y'all seen that. I just seen like a dark shadow figure pass right in front of me, and it went past me by the light. Your health is staying physically active. You don't have to lift a lot of weights. You don't have to go for long runs. So long you're doing something. Oh, y'all seen that, brothers and sisters? Something is pissed off. So they like. I know y'all seen that. I just seen like a dark shadow figure pass right in front of me, and it went past me by the light. Your health is staying physically active. You don't have to lift a lot of weights. You don't have to go for long runs. So long you're doing something. Oh, y'all see?
All right. There we go. I'm back. I was just sharing that. Yeah, that's what it said in my friend's town. Don't be caught before sunset. I grew up around that time frame. Uh, in the early, it was in the '60s and '70s where they had all those signs. Don't be caught after sunset. I seen a sign at a restaurant. It said, it said only dogs allowed. No, and it said no N allowed and no wetbacks allowed. But it said only dogs allowed. And I've seen the ones that says don't be caught after sunset. A lot of racist towns that they built those town names because they're racist. Um, Give you one of the a racist town in Texas just by the name itself, where I guess Fort Cavazos is going to be. I think it might be back to Fort Hood. I'm not sure yet. Well, that town Killeen, it'll tell you everything how racist of a town it was. All those towns were built on a racist foundation, like Harker Heights, because of trees where they hang people. Uh, Killeen, kill every the N word. A lot of racist towns. They would do a lot of lynch mobbing back in the day. Lynch mobbing, which it went from being racist to some of being cult like activity. When you hang people or torture people or burn people, that's it becomes like a cult. That's awesome. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night now. I was doing a quick live, brother and sisters. Probably see if I can get cousin Jesse to do a live with me tonight. If not, I'll just go solo. He still is not feeling well. And this heat in Texas ain't doing us no justice. It's pretty bad. Um, I just want to say to y'all, never give up. Where there's a will, there's a way. No matter what you're going through, there's always a way. But you need to focus on how you're gonna make it happen. How you're gonna get out of a situation you might be in. What you have to do to get out of the situation. Stay thinking positive, but in order for you to get out of the situation, you got to change your ways too. Say certain things that you might be doing wrong. Does that might have put you in that situation in the first place. Uh, if you find a window of opportunity to make change in your life, take it, give it a shot. And especially if it's a good window of opportunity, take that shot to become better. You know, life keeps on going, whether you're going to do something about it or not. You know, it doesn't. Life doesn't stop for nobody. You can't give up in life, and when you have nothing, sometimes you have to let go of things in order to get more things, to get spiritually blessed. You have to let go of things to get blessed. Sounds kind of crazy, right? But it happens that way. You have to leave things behind in order for you to move on forward in a positive way to be blessed. So sorry to hear that, Sister Felicia Murphy. Yeah, lightning is no joke. Keep the sister in prayer. But in saying that, I don't got a cup of coffee and the I'm getting a little bit of sleepy, so I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank you for those that tuned in early this morning, 4:07. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed day. If it's too hot, try to stay indoors, man, where it's nice and cool. The heat ain't no joke here in Texas. It was hot yesterday. So, saying that, good night, everybody. God bless y'all. This is Brother HCS signing off from the early morning, late night owl live. Good night, everybody. Peace out.